Welcome back to sourdough bread making with me, Adam Barron. And now it is day 2. Look at my wonderful sign. All right, it's not my wonderful sign. Camera girl made this sign. Say hello, camera girl. Right, so hopefully all night you will have been reading Boy Underwater or You Won't Believe This. And that's absolutely essential for sourdough bread making. But do you remember, at the end of day 1, we put all of our ingredients into our bowl, and camera girl, put your camera in there. See what has happened to those. Don't they look brilliant? Don't they look great? Now what we're going to do is we're going to tip it out. We're going to do something called knocking back, which is actually, should be really called folding. Now, I'm using the Pink Panther. You can use a spatula to do this. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get all of this lovely, lovely dough out onto my surface, which I've lightly floured. Is it going to come? It is. Brilliant. Okay, now, this bit is the fun bit. What we're going to try and do is fold this wonderful, wonderful dough. We're going to fold it into the middle that way, and then we're going to fold it into the middle that way. We're going to move it around if it'll come, and we're going to fold it into the middle that way, and we're going to fold it into the middle that way. And I'm just going to get a little bit of flour on my fingers. Not very much, not very much. You don't want to use too much flour. And then we're going to fold it, and we're going to fold it. Come over the top of that flour, camera girl. We're going to fold it. We're going to keep our one finger in the middle, and we're going to keep folding it back into the middle. Oh, look at that air bubble. Because we're trying to keep lots and lots of air in the bread, in our wonderful bread. Now, we've nearly done that. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ball. We're going to press it out, and now we're just going to move. Sorry about that, the phone rang. Now, so we folded it, and now we're just shaping it into a beautiful ball. Now, what we're going to do next is leave it to rest a couple of hours. You can use a bowl like this. You just grease the inside with some kitchen roll, that's fine. I've got this thing called a proving basket, and we're going to see the shape later. And I'm going to just lift my dough up and put it in that way up, okay? And then I'm going to cover it up with this little hat thing that I've got, but you can use just a wet tea towel. We're going to cover it up, and we're going to leave that there. We're going to leave that there for 2.5 to 3 hours, and we'll see you then. So we're back. It's day 2 of our sourdough making process, and we are nearly at the end. What we're going to do now is put our sourdough in the oven. We need a tiny bit of oil, and you need either a pot like this is called a Le Creuset big iron pot, or you need a baking sheet. This is a metal one. A normal baking sheet will do. So remember, we put them in our proving baskets, and see what has happened to them. Look at that. That is beautiful. And I actually made another one as well, so we're going to put that one in too. Now what we've got to do is quite simple. We have got to put that on there, and hopefully it will come out beautifully because we floured our proving basket. And look at that. And if you come in film closer, you can see the proving basket gives these lovely, fantastic rings. Okay. Now let's put our one in our Le Creuset as well. This is harder to get out actually, but well, that'll do. Look at that. That's beautiful. Now, an adult bit here. What we need to do is make a score across the top, okay? And that's one way. And that's, in fact, I think with that one, that's a beautiful score. That's all we're going to do. So this is a sharp knife, sharpest one you have, grown-ups only. Please, we've done our slashing, and now they're going in the oven. We've got to get them in quick. Now that oven has been heated very, 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 very hot to 220. Okay, we're going to put that one in there. We're going to put our Le Creuset one in with the lid on. And it's at 220, and that's it. We're going to leave it in there for 10 minutes. Then I'm going to take the lid off the Le Creuset. Then we're going to turn the oven down a little bit to 200 after 10 minutes, and I'm going to cook it for another 20 minutes. So it's the final, it's the end. We have been cooking for half an hour. One thing I forgot to mention is that it's a really good idea to put a tray of water in the bottom of your oven so that your oven gets a bit of moisture in it to stop the bread going dry. But has it worked? All that effort for 2 days. Let's have a look in the oven, and whoa, look what we have here. There is our loaf that we cooked on the baking sheet. There is our loaf that we cooked in our Le Creuset. Don't they look brilliant? You can see the round marks from the proving basket. You don't need those. You can prove the loaf in a greased bowl. But how do we know if it's ready? What we do, and this is another adult thing, is we flip her over and we knock on the bottom. Does that sound hollow? There's nobody home there. That is cooked. Let's do the same for our loaf that was cooked in the Le Creuset. And that is fantastic. And one of the reasons you might cook it in a Le Creuset is you get a better top, a golden top. Now, we're going to put these on our racks over here to dry. I'll get another rack for that one. And this is the torture part because it smells so good. You can't smell it. It smells so good, but we have to leave it to cool down before we will eat it, and we will see you then. And now we're at the final process. Camera Girl's very excited because we're going to get to try one of these two beautiful sourdough loaves, and we're going to cut it. Can you hear that? That lovely, crispy, crunchy top. And Camera Girl, if you can just get your camera in there. What we're looking for are these amazing bubbles. Do you remember those bubbles that were in our starter and our dough? Well, that's them. And all you need to have on this wonderful, wonderful sourdough bread is a little bit of butter. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, okay. Camera Girl wants some. I think she deserves it. And the taste of this is to be believed. What? Not a chance. Not on my amazing sourdough. That's delicious. Leave.
You're so rude. You're talking with your mouth full.
Leave some comments and some photos of your bread in the comment section below. I hope you've enjoyed these videos.